right, here we go. Qualifying is done. It is time to go racing. Up front, Tyler Robertson and Derek Turner. On the second row is the Jims, Jim Johnson, Jim Cook, Matt Stewart, and Brian Mansfield on the third row. Andrew Thornton and Andrew Spears are on the fourth row. Apparently, if you have the same name, you're on the same row tonight. Justin Glover and Drew Warren are on the fifth row. 11th is Graham Nucky. 12th is Joseph Smith. 13th is Dakota Wilson. Tom the Missile Land is 14th. Superman Norman Chan is 15th. Doug McLaughlin is 16th. Kevin Martin is 17th. Michael Scruggs 18th. DJ Kenner 19th. Mike Killenbeck is 20th. And Eddie Baker, Mikey Mixter rounding out the field in 21 and 22. And trust me, starting back there might be a good idea here tonight. We'll have to wait and see if that strategy pays off. Taylor Blake is cheering on Andrew Spears here tonight. Justin, good luck, buddy. As they start to roll off, Tyler Robertson there, his actual number is 24, but his car number says 9. So we'll call it by the number on the side of the car so we don't get too confused tonight. He's got a new paint scheme here tonight. I do believe it's a new paint scheme for Derek Turner as well on the outside. Jim Cook, he's in his usual. And Brian Mansfield in the 11 in his usual paint scheme. Matt Stewart down there on the inside. I do believe that's a new one for this week. He might have had that one last week. Trying to remember. That is the Loud Wrap cars. Loud Wraps being one of the sponsors of this group, and you definitely want to check them out if you need a paint job. A lot of paint schemes you see out here tonight are painted by Loud Wraps and Skylar Massey. All right, pace car is about to duck off. They're going to go 100 laps around this half-mile high bank track. And the guys at the sheet metal shop, they are going to be cringing every single lap. And the scrap metal guys are sitting right outside the track ready to collect whatever's left over. Pace car is in. Green flag is in the air. Here they go. And, oh no! Look like a little bit of a struggle from the 39 of Jim Johnson. Looked like he might have spun the tires. He gets off to a rough start, and that allows Tyler Robertson to get a bit of a lead. Derek Turner now in second. They all get single file quite a ways back. Everybody wisely getting single file. Everybody, I say, Tom Land is on a mission. The Missile is flying to the front. He started in 14th. He's already up to 10th. Joseph Smith, he started in 12th, already up to 9th. We've got several cars starting to charge forward. Andrew Spears, he started in 8th. He's now up to 6th. Several cars. Caution is out. Let's see if we can find what happened here. Oh, Drew Warren just got a little tap on the back and then got an even bigger one, got spun going through the turns. They are racing so close here that the smallest little incident can cause a huge pile up. And you heard Brian Mansfield say it before the race. Every lap is a possibility of a caution. They did not expect to have green flag stops, but they do expect the tires to get worn a bit here tonight. All right, quickly, let's look at some of the big movers so far. Andrew Spears now being scored in 5th place. He has picked up 6th place, excuse me. He's picked up 2 spots since the start. Joseph Smith started in 12th. He is now up to 9th. Right behind him, Tom the Missile Land started in 14th, and he is up to 10th. Biggest mover so far, Mike Killenbeck. Mike started in 20th. He is now up to 13th. Right behind him, Kevin Martin started in 17th and is up to 14th. And Eddie Baker started dead last on the field. He is now up to 29th. Or, wait a minute. He is up to 18th, excuse me. And an interesting start to the evening already, as they only got a couple of laps in before the first caution. I imagine they were expecting a little bit longer than that, but here we are. They are just trying to get settled in. Once they get a little bit spread out, get into a routine, everything should calm down just a little bit, but everybody's going for everything they can on every restart. Restarts are the best opportunity to pick up some positions. But as we saw on that at the race start, even on fresh tires, it looked like Jim Johnson had a problem on fresh tires. He spun them just a little bit. Now they've had a couple laps on them. They're heating them up just a little bit, and we might see a couple more instances of spun tires. Up front, Tyler Robertson leading the pace field around. We should be getting one to green any moment. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. I know these guys really appreciate it. And we do too. Lights are out on the pace car. They will come around. The pace car will duck off out of turn 4, and we will go green flag racing again. We'll keep an eye on Jim Johnson, make sure he gets a good restart. That high side is a bit easier to restart on. Pace car is in. Green flag in the air. Here they go again. They get a clean start this time. So far, no problems. And points leader Brian Mansfield right there in the mix. He is currently running in 6th. Andrew Spears now firmly into 5th place and charging forward. He's got Jim Johnson right in front of him. He's closing right up to the back bumper of Jim Johnson. Jim Johnson's battling Jim Cook. Up front, Tyler Robertson is opening up a bit of a lead over Derek Turner, but the battle right now is 3rd, 4th, and 5th. They look like they've settled down just a little bit. Let's go check in on Tom Land, who has lost a position. He is now back to 11th. Dakota Wilson has made his way up to 9th. Joseph Smith back to 10th now. And they are getting really dicey right there. Dakota Wilson working his way around Andrew Thornton on the bottom, and Dakota Wilson coming back. Oh! Dakota Wilson gets a little squirrely through the turn. Has to check up just a little bit, get the car back in line. Up front, Tyler Robertson has a 3/4 of a second lead over to Derek Turner now. Jim Cook, Jim Johnson, and have opened up a little bit of a gap over Andrew Spears, and now Brian Mansfield's car seems like it is starting to come alive just a little bit, but now he's got Matt Stewart looking to the outside. Matt can't quite get there yet. Tom Land has come to pit road. Let's see if that was intentional. It looks like something is really wrong with Tom's car. I don't see any damage on it, but he is coming to pit road. It looked like he was very slow on the track all of a sudden. Mike Killenbeck, another car that is charging forward there in the green and white car. He is making his way forward rapidly. He started in 20th. He's now up to 11th. Oh! Multi-car crash. Caution is out. Doug McLaughlin is involved. And it looked like the 77 just hit the wall, got a hold of McLaughlin and Drew Warren just a little bit. That is Mikey Mixter in the 77. We mentioned it in the pre-race that these guys were saying the setup on these cars was tight here tonight, and they were having some difficulty getting into the turn and getting off the turn. Looks like everybody involved in that crash will go to pit road, try and get some repairs done. They may not use their fast repairs early. You don't necessarily need every body panel here at Bristol. It is not an aero-sensitive track, so some of these guys may try and hold out. There will be more than one caution. No leaders looking to pit road. Mike Killenbeck up to 11th now. Eddie Baker, who also started back of the field, looks like he is in 13th now. Tom Land with issues. The back half of the field has gone to pit road. DJ Kenner, Kevin Martin, Michael Scruggs, Superman Norman Chan, Justin Glover, Mikey Mixter, and Doug McLaughlin all on pit road. Tom Land and Drew Warren showing a lap or more down right now. Tom Land is actually showing about 3 laps down at the moment, and I think he is still actually on pit road. Yes, he is. Pace car leading him around. Should see the lights go out on this lap. Yep, one lap to green. They'll start stacking back up. No, they delayed it. All right, so as they run is Tyler Robertson up front. Derek Turner is second. Jim Cook is third. Jim Johnson is fourth. Brian Mansfield currently fifth. Andrew Spears is sixth. Seventh is Matt Stewart. Andrew Thornton is eighth. Dakota Wilson is ninth. Joseph Smith currently running in 10th. Mike Killenbeck has made a huge jump from 20th up to 11th. Eddie Baker has come from 21st to 13th. DJ Kenner has come from 19th to 14th. Those are our biggest movers so far here tonight. Lights are out on the pace car. We will get the green. He should be dropping off this time. And the way this race is going, you do not want to blink. You are going to miss something. Now the guys at the front, the top 10 cars did not hit pit road. They are on older tires. They've been out there for about 22 laps. So they've got a little bit of heat and a little bit of wear. We'll watch for spun tires. Green flag in the air. Here we go again. Looks like Matt Stewart got a slow start, but once he got going, he went. Looked like he struggled on the gas, but as soon as he found some grip, he was gone. Right behind him, Andrew Thornton trying to pick up some positions. He drops to the low line. Dakota Wilson in 9th, going to the outside, and right behind him, Joseph Smith and Dakota Wilson, Mike Killenbeck, all right there, getting a little dicey. The 50 car of Joseph Smith, he gets a little tap. He saves it, but the caution does come out. Everybody spreads out on the front straightaway. Let's see if we can take another look. Let's see if this is where it all began. Graham Nucky up there on the high side gets the wall, and the 6 car just gets a little tap, but the car is just so squirrely right there that it is very easy to turn a car around. No huge changes on position for that run. Eddie Baker, is now up to 12th. DJ Kenner now up to 13th. Kevin Martin now up to 14th. Some of the veterans there making their way to the front. And it looks like Doug McLaughlin is going to be the only one coming to pit road this time. Derek Turner now being scored in the lead. Doug McLaughlin has gone back to pit road and come back out already. He looks like he is trying to get some things fixed. Mikey Mixter gets a wave around. That'll put him back on the lead lap. And Doug McLaughlin is losing a lap here due to having to go to pit road. Let's see if we can see. He doesn't actually look like he's got very much damage to that car. Derek Turner is trying to give the pace car a little nudge, tell him to hurry up. Lights should go out on the pace car. We should get one to go this time by. Let's see. No, one more time around. Lights still on the pace car. So we still have 19 cars on the lead lap here. And don't forget to tune in on Monday nights to see the Outlaw Dirt Series going at it. They will have 305s at 7:30 Eastern. They'll have... and I haven't got confirmation yet if they are actually going to run next Monday or not. I know that BRR is taking the weekend off, so there will be no broadcast on Sunday, at least for BRR. We are, however, looking at doing some special event broadcasting, so if you have a special event you'd like broadcast Saturday night or Sunday night, get in touch. And if these guys choose to not run Monday night, then we'll have some availability for a special event Monday night as well. If they do run, we will have 305s, 358s, and their Enduro on Monday night. All right, lights are out on the pace car. Derek Turner, Tyler Robertson up front, Jim Johnson, Jim Cook on the second row. Pace car is in. Green flag in the air, one more time. Oh! The 6 car, Derek Turner gets way loose. He definitely spun the tires, managed to keep it off of Tyler Robertson, but Tyler definitely took advantage there. He is checking out. Jim Johnson also trying to take advantage up on the high side. Further back in the field, things were getting a little bit dicey. Everybody seems to have sorted it out. Graham Nucky is starting to make his way forward as well. Dakota Wilson, who started in 13th, he is now up to 6th. Eddie Baker, who started 21st, is now up to 10th. He is slowly and progressively working his way through, avoiding the chaos in that 29 car, and doing a great job here tonight. Drops down right. Oh, he looks to make it 3 wide, thinks better of it. Looks like Graham Nucky might be having a little bit of connection difficulty. He is in Australia, so that can cause a little bit of problem. But he's doing a great job with it so far. Meanwhile, Dakota Wilson is up here trying to get around our points leader, Brian Mansfield. Brian has only picked up 1 spot here tonight. So far, he almost gets Dakota Wilson in the back. Caution is out. It looks like Andrew Thornton. Oh no, the 29 and the 707 get together. Andrew Thornton gets caught in it. That was Eddie Baker. Let's see if we can get another angle. Looks like the 07 might have drifted down at the same time the 29 was coming up. They get together, and other cars are collected. Mikey Mixter gets collected again. Several cars involved, and that is definitely going to shake up. Some of these guys were really making their way to the front, especially Eddie Baker, who had charged towards the front and picked up already over 10 spots since the start of the race. After 37 laps, he's going to have to go all the way to the back after he gets some repairs done. He took a couple of very hard licks there. Tyler Robertson and Jim Johnson still up in the lead. Be interesting to see if Derek Turner pits this time. After the spinning the tires on the restart last time, we'll have to wait and see if he comes back out, if he drops down and gets some fresh tires so that doesn't happen again. These guys cannot go the full distance on fuel. They are just over a third of the way through the race. They're at lap 38 of 100, so it would be a good opportunity to go to pit road. But none of the leaders have been to pit road, and I think we are going to see a little bit more tire spinning this time. Dakota Wilson currently running in 6th after starting 13th. He has slowly but steadily made his way forward. Mike Killenbeck started in 20th. He is now up to 9th. Eddie Baker had followed him up and picked up a couple of spots in front of Mike until that incident. DJ Kenner now up to 10th after starting in 19th, and somehow everything has happened right in front of DJ, and he's been able to avoid it. Kevin Martin started in 17th, now up to 11th. Points leader Brian Mansfield, there in the 11 car. He came into tonight with a 35-point lead. 3 races to go after tonight. He just wants to get a decent points finish, survive, make it to the end, and see where he stands. Tonight could be a make or break night for his championship hopes. If he keeps the car clean, he could widen it, his points lead, but any incident could set him back. I mean, Mason Neal is 35 points back, but from Mason back to Jim Johnson is only 37 points. So a lot of cars still within striking distance if anything goes wrong with that 11 car. Lights are out on the pace car. Take a deep breath. Don't blink your eyes. Here we go again. Green flag in the air, lap 41. Everybody gets a good start. No wheel spin out of Derek Turner this time. Mid-pack, they are getting a little bit dicey back there. Oh, the 32 is around. Several cars collected. We should see a caution. It looked like DJ Kenner was involved. Looked like he was the one that went around. Looks like the 9 and him tried to occupy the same real estate, and several other cars get caught. Justin Glover I saw in there. We'll have to see who all. Looked like Matt Stewart might have been caught in that as well. Let's see what happened to Matt. I didn't see his car. Oh, as Justin Glover came down off the track, Matt Stewart got caught as well. Matt Stewart ended up towing to pit road. Looked like he took a fairly decent hit there. And still, none of the leaders have been to pit road. Caution laps will extend the fuel mileage, but it has. At some point, they will have to stop. I mean, they can't go the whole distance, so we'll have to wait and see what their strategy is. As the 29 of Eddie Baker gets the lucky dog this time. He is going to come around. DJ Kenner, Michael Scruggs, and Superman Norman Chan all on pit road. I am guessing with those three guys, they were not involved in that incident. I am guessing with those three, that is a strategy move. They know if things continue the way they are, they could make it from here on fuel. They're almost halfway. They're going to restart just shy of halfway, so that getting that pit stop out of the way now could definitely play into their hand, especially if they continue to see a lot of these cautions. With those cars on pit road and Eddie Baker getting waved back around, he is now back into 15th. He's still 6 spots better than where he started, even after that incident. Plus, we saw him march through the field, 12 positions already tonight, and he did that in the first 35 laps. He's going to have over 50 to go. He might be able to still get back up here and win this thing. But Mike Killenbeck has been on a march as well. They're in the Castrol car. He started back in 20th up to 9th, and Kevin Martin right behind him in the Days of Thunder Mellow Yellow car. He's picked up 7 spots from 17th up to 10th, now up to 9th, as Graham Nucky is the first car in the top 10 to come to pit road. Doug McLaughlin's still showing on pit road. Matt Stewart is still on pit road. Drew Warren's still on pit road. Lights are out on the pace car one more time. We will go green next time they come to the line. It is still Tyler Robertson and Jim Johnson now up to the front. Jim Cook and Dakota Wilson on the second row. Dakota's had a heck of a run here tonight, starting in 13th up to 4th. Pace car is in. Green flag in the air. Here they go again. And, we've got a car that struggled off the start. Andrew Spears did not get a good start at all. He loses a couple of positions on that restart. Back up front, though, Tyler Robertson getting a challenge for the lead from Jim Johnson. This is the first time Jim's been to his back bumper, but here comes Dakota Wilson. Dakota Wilson now in 3rd, gets right to the back bumper of Jim Johnson. Dakota taps the wall just a little bit. Puts him in range of Jim Cook, manages to pick that momentum back up. As we mentioned earlier, the handling on these cars is a bit tight here tonight. All the drivers said it, and obviously starting to show with a lot of these top guys hitting that outside wall several places on the track. Killenbeck, he is now up to 7th after starting 20th. Excuse me. Eddie Baker continues his recovery. He is up to 13th after restarting 15th and starting the race in 21st. And here he goes. It looks like he's going to take 12th here. Yes, he is. Andrew Thornton has nothing for him. Tyler Robertson continues to try and open up a lead on Jim Johnson. Dakota Wilson. This is just a mess of cars right here. Throw a blanket over them, you'd catch them all. They are all right there together. Dakota Wilson in 3rd. Jim Cook in 4th. Brian Mansfield in 5th. Points leader in 5th place. Derek Turner in 6th. Killenbeck in 7th. Joseph Smith now back to 8th place. And DJ Kenner up to 9th. 10th place is Andrew Spears. After he has had a rough restart on this one. He's one of the cars that has not been to pit road yet. So we'll have to wait and see if he can recover what he lost on that restart. Definitely had a tough restart there. Caution is out. It looks like it's Mikey Mixter again. Mikey Mixter not having a lot of luck here tonight. Let's see. caught that one midway. Let's have the cameraman rewind here just a little bit. And it looked like the car down to the ends. Oh no, Mikey just got the wall there. He was just a little bit of a push, and he gets into the wall. He gets into the, I believe that was the 23 car. Rough night for these guys. Definitely a rough night for Mikey Mixter as he goes to pit road to get repairs again. Doug McLaughlin, that was who he got into it with. McLaughlin has been caught in several incidents. Mikey Mixter has had zero luck. Mikey and Doug have just had zero luck here tonight, both of them being caught in several different incidents. Now the leaders are coming to pit road. Tyler Robertson, Jim Johnson, Dakota Wilson, Jim Cook, Brian Mansfield, Derek Turner, Mike Killenbeck have come to pit road. DJ Kenner does not. I do believe DJ Kenner went to pit road earlier, as did Andrew Thornton. We'll let everything sort out here in a minute, and then we'll check and see. But it looks like some of these guys that pitted earlier might have the right strategy. We're just past halfway. And as always, don't forget to like, follow, share, subscribe. As we mentioned, Facebook's changed their algorithms again, and we're trying to catch back up as it only happened the other day. Definitely want to give these guys all the love we can, get as many people in the stands. DJ Kenner currently leading. Let's see if we can take a look. DJ pitted 14 laps ago. Everybody else behind him just now pitted, or no. Thornton, Robertson, Johnson, Wilson. We'll have to wait and see here in a moment. Yeah, Thornton has not pitted. Everybody else behind him has pitted. DJ Kenner has pitted multiple times. He was involved in a caution earlier and had to come to pit road for repairs. And apparently that's paying off. Skylar Massey. Skylar saying he is super glad he did not run this one. Yeah, it's a rough one, that's for sure. Let's see, Justin Glover had an incident just a moment ago. We'll see if we can see what happened to him. And it looks like something just broke on the car. I think he was getting on the brakes down the straightaway, trying to check up before he got to the field, and the car just got unstable. It was almost like a technical issue. All right, lights are out on the pace car. All right, we are on lap 61. We're coming to lap 62. We'll have 38 laps to go. It could get even more wild here with all these guys on fresh tires back here. Green flag is in the air. Andrew Thornton is going to lose a lot of positions. He has not pitted at all tonight. No, he's not. Andrew Thornton fights back on the outside. He moves to the lead. How in the world? Andrew Thornton is trying to run away with this. He is on older tires. He's on the oldest tires out there, and he is trying to pull away from Jim Johnson, who's moved up to second. DJ Kenner holding on to third. Caution is out. Andrew Spears. Oops. Now, let's see what happened to Andrew Spears there. Oh, the 6 car gets loose, and he gets caught. Just came down and got into the side of him. Okay, I am a bit flabbergasted that that was a... Let's double check that information. No, Andrew Thornton has not pitted. He is on his original set of tires, original load of fuel. He's been out there for 65 laps. The fuel issue kind of gets negated by the pace laps as we see cars getting their laps back, but his tires should be completely shot. He has to have been saving quite a bit for later on because that was just one heck of a charge. And he was fighting by up on the high side. The high side does carry a little bit more momentum, but even still, that was a heck of a run by the 31 car. Now, though, he is going to be restarting on the low side on old tires. No, he is coming to pit road. So Andrew Thornton gives up the lead now to come to pit road after leading a couple laps to get some points here. Still an extremely impressive move. Everybody around and behind him on old tire or on brand new tires, and Andrew Thornton takes off and starts to run away on old tires. That was a brilliant move. We'll have to ask him at some point how he managed to make that one work, because that was quite an impressive one. Several cars look like they might be out. Trying to look and see. Graham Nucky is back out. Looks like we only have 16 cars left on the track, 15 of which are on the lead. 14, are on the lead lap right now. Andrew Thornton is on his way back out off pit road. And he will make it in time to not lose a lap, and he'll pull back up to the back of the field. So it'll be Jim Johnson and DJ Kenner up front, then Tyler Robertson and points leader Brian Mansfield on the second row. Dakota Wilson now up to 5th, Jim Cook back to 6th, Derek Turner back to 7th. Joseph Smith now up to 8th. Kevin Martin now up to 9th. And Justin Glover back in the top 10. Mike Killenbeck in 11th. Eddie Baker now back up to 12th. Eddie Baker's had an up and down night, but here he comes towards the front again. And he, given his previous run to the front, yeah, he's still got time. He can still get back up here. Pace car about to duck off. There he goes. Green flag is in the air again here at Bristol. And, Jim Johnson gets a little loose on the restart. Looks like he might have spun the tires again. But he manages to clear Tyler Robertson and DJ Kenner and starts to pull away. Tyler Robertson drifts up in front of DJ. Dakota Wilson really squirrely down there on the bottom. Brian Mansfield capitalizes on it. He jumps up a position. He is now up to 4th. And now he's looking for 3rd from DJ Kenner. DJ Kenner not going to give up that easily, though. He is picked up, and caution is out again. Waiting to see if we can figure out. I did see a car smoking, and it looks like the 31 just got loose in the wrong place and might have triggered the caution. I'm not seeing. Checking out a couple of passes here to see if there was any other incidents. There's the 31 on the high side as he comes by Killenbeck. Bunch of cars check up there. And I am guessing that 31 car getting loose is what triggered the caution here. Oh no! Had an incident right behind him. And quickly, we'll remind you to check out outlawsunited.com. Find out everything you want to know about the Outlaws, and you can go to htsai.net. You can find out all of our broadcast schedule, all the charity stuff that all these leagues are doing, like what the Outlaws are doing with the American Cancer Society Memorial Race, June 21st. You will definitely want to check that out. Hopefully you guys can come and watch and help contribute. The goal is to raise over $2,000 for the American Cancer Society in the name of Skylar Massey's mom. So any help is greatly appreciated for that. And all the other charity efforts, past and present and future, that are going on within all the leagues broadcast here. You can see the broadcast schedules, as I mentioned. And now HTSAI has started a setup service. So we are doing setups for iRacing for free. Good quality, competitive, free setups for everybody who is in the HTSAI community, all the broadcasted leagues, and anybody who joins it. And obviously, don't forget to check us out on Friday nights. Come join the HTSAI Friday Fun Series. No points, no rules, no hurt feelings, just a whole lot of fun. And yeah, I stole that one from the Outlaw Armageddon Enduro, the no hurt feelings, which was a great event that they put on last Friday, and it was here at Bristol, actually. And I know I got to join in to practice for a few minutes, and then I had to go broadcast the Tyler Daniels Racing versus Nowski Nation race, so I didn't get to stay for the race, but everybody I heard had an awesome time. And these guys definitely know how to put on an enduro and how to have a lot of fun. Pace car is in. Jim Johnson has to get a good restart again. Green flag in the air. Jim Johnson gets down and away. Tyler Robertson fighting back on the outside. Coming through 3 and 4, Tyler Robertson has a bit of a lead. He is back to the lead. He led earlier in the race. He started in first. He is now back up to the lead. Meanwhile, DJ Kenner up to 5th. He has picked up 14 spots since the beginning of this race. Still battling Dakota Wilson, though. Dakota is sliding. He is sideways. Caution is out. See if we can get a little bit better angle on that one. Oh, it looked like DJ and Dakota just got together, a little bit of rubbing there, and unfortunately Dakota ended up going around. Minimal damage to that car. He did a great job of saving it. Barely even tapped the wall there. Tyler Robertson now back to the lead. Let's go through this field real quickly. Tyler Robertson currently in the lead. Jim Johnson is second. Brian Mansfield now in third, points leader. Jim Cook is fourth. DJ Kenner currently running in fifth. Joseph Smith is sixth. Derek Turner is seventh. And lo and behold, he is charging back. Eric Baker now back in 8th place. Or Eddie Baker, excuse me. Now Eddie Baker being scored in 7th place as the car went to pit road. Mike Killenbeck now up to 8th. Andrew Thornton up to 9th. Justin Glover still holding on to 10th place. Andrew Spears is 11th. Kevin Martin currently running 12th, and Joseph Smith is 13th. Dakota Wilson is on pit road for repairs. He'll be back out very quickly. All right, if you got a favorite driver, as always, drop their name in the chat. Give them a little cheering on. This one could get rough. Less than 20 laps to go at Bristol, and it's going to be a wild 20 laps. They do have the opportunity of a couple of green-white checkers if necessary. And the way it's going, it's highly likely they're going to be necessary. Also, don't forget, immediately following this, we will have the Pro Late Models from Lernerville, and I am sure that's going to be fun and a great show, as Lernerville does not have a wall on the back straightaway. It just has a big drop off. You slide off there, you're going down the hill. And you slide off there, your race is pretty well effectively over, so it could get interesting. Yeah, Patrick, they are. 1 to green, and they've got about 15 laps. They'll have about 15 laps left when the green flag drops here. It has been a wild race at Bristol, but that is short track racing under the lights. Points leader Brian Mansfield has progressively worked his way up to third, but if I was Brian, I'd be worried about the 5th place car, DJ Kenner, the 7th place car of Eddie Baker. Those two guys are definitely the fastest on track. Green flag in the air one more time, and here they go. And everybody gets away cleanly. The 29 of Eddie Baker is missing his entire front bumper, and still that fast. Caution is out again. Michael Scruggs this time. It looks like the 50 went off track for a moment, came back up right in front of Scruggs. Looked like the 50 was struggling with the handling, got down too low, came back up. Scruggs just happened to be there trying to get through the turn. Skylar Massey is the most action-packed pace laps he has ever seen. That is awesome. It is not iRacing, it is iPacing. You should know that. Bristol is definitely a rough race, no matter how good the group of guys is, and these guys are some of the best. Although, I would imagine if Massey and Coluccio were out there, they'd line them all out in the blink of an eye. Looks like Graham Nucky is going to get his lap back. That should put, one of his laps, I should say. That'll put him about 10 laps down, I do believe. Currently down to about 14 cars on the lead lap. Scruggs was 6 laps down when he came back out after extensive repairs. Tyler Robertson led pretty dominantly early and has made his way back to the lead. Nobody's been able to restart better than him, and he seems to be one of the fastest on the track. However, DJ Kenner back there in 6th place. He started in 19th. He has made his way up quite a few spots. Right behind him, Mike Killenbeck, who started in 20th, is now up to 7th. And right behind him, Eddie Baker, who started in 21st, is now up to 8th. Those three guys have pretty well matched each other through the field. However, if I had to pick between the three, it would have to be Eddie Baker. He has actually recovered from an earlier incident to be up where he is. He had worked his way all the way up just outside the top 5 before he was involved in an incident, had to go in, came back out, and has still marched his way back up here towards the front. So take a deep breath, folks. When they go green, they will have about 8 laps to go. Yep. Oh, excuse me. Had to sneeze. All right, lights are out on the pace car, coming down the back straightaway. Just about 8 more laps around this famed half-mile track. They did say coming into tonight that a lot of these cars would end up wrinkled up like beer cans, I believe was how Justin Glover put it, and they are not disappointing on that one. Let's see how the finish goes here. Green flag in the air one more time. Tyler Robertson, Jim Johnson. Jim Johnson has struggled on restarts earlier in the race, but he's got something figured out, but not enough. Tyler Robertson shoots it down through 1 and 2. Now they're side by side down the back straightaway. Off into 3 and 4 again. No clear advance. Oh! Tyler Robertson gets into Jim Johnson. They both hit the inside wall. Caution is out. Justin Glover gets caught. Looked like somebody else got caught as well. Let's take a look at Justin Glover's incident and see who else was involved in that. Let's try that again. All right, there is Justin. He comes through and believe that was Jim Johnson. Let's try and find Jim's car on track to be sure. No, that was not Jim. It was the mellow yellow car, the 85. That was Kevin Martin that caught a little piece of that. Looks like the damage to his car is minimal. Let's take a look at Justin's car, though. Justin had a solid top 10 running. He had a solid top 10 fit race going, and now he is going to finish the race minus a hood. It looks like he's going to come to pit road, and I don't believe he's been caught in anything else tonight, so we'll see. He might still have his fast repair. And through that chaos, look who is in the lead once again. It is our points leader, Brian Mansfield. Mason Neal, who is second in points, is not even here tonight. So that if Brian Mansfield finishes in first, he opens up his points lead further. Behind Mason in third would be Brian Burkhart, then DJ Kenner. Burkhart is not running either. Kenner is in third. So Kenner stands to pick up. Kenner and Burkhart came into the night tied. So Kenner will jump ahead. He will definitely secure third and potentially second place. But any way you look at it, as they run now, Brian Mansfield opens up his points lead with 3 races left to go after tonight. Skyler, I'm willing to bet you are right, given the run he was having. That's got to be a heartbreaker. That was just some hard racing, but yeah, I guarantee you both of them are saying some new and interesting words. This is why I don't interview a lot of people during short track races. That's reason number one. And you also don't interview somebody who's just been involved in an incident. I've learned my lesson the hard way on that one. All right, lights are out on the pace car. Brian Mansfield leading, Jim Cook in second, DJ Kenner third, Derek Turner fourth. Fifth is going to be Killenbeck. Wait a minute. Kenner, Killenbeck, and Baker have all now, they're right there. Just Baker's the only one outside, or Killenbeck, no, I'm sorry, is the only one outside the top 5. Those guys have all picked up 14 or more positions. Those guys started way in the back. A couple of them didn't qualify, and yet here they are up battling in the top 5 for the win. They're going to have 2 laps to go. Green flag in the air one more time. Brian Mansfield gets a good jump on the field. Jim Cook slides into second, but the action's going to be back here 4th, 5th, and 6th. As they try and sort things out, the 29 of Eddie Baker missing the front bumper. He is trying to pick up some positions. White flag in the air. No matter what happens, we will get a checker flag on this lap. Mansfield way out front. He's got a lead. He's going to have it. It's going to be Jim Cook second. Derek Turner comes home third. Eric Baker comes home fourth. We've got a couple of them that finish sideways back there. Justin Glover. Let's see if we can see, try and see if we can see what happened. Looks like it was in this little group right here. We'll see. Oh, it looks like Dakota got a little bit of the wall there. And DJ Kenner gets loose. The 6 gets into the wall, and everybody is collected, but everything happened just past the start-finish line. Brian Mansfield comes home a winner again here tonight. All right, these guys will now begin. Oh, great shot. Oh, and Mansfield sticks the landing. They send him over the wall into pit road, and he sticks the landing and gets back out on track. And the 6 car, the 25, everybody piling in there. This is how you celebrate a win, folks. Don't go anywhere. After post-race interviews, we will have pro late models from Lernerville. But let's see if we can get a hold of our winner here. All right. Brian Mansfield, this is Doug in the booth. You got me, bud? Hey, Brian, this is Doug. You got me? Oh. Do not have a Brian yet. We'll see who else hops up here. Justin Glover's joined us in the booth.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, bit of a rough race there for you.
That's Bristol, baby. That's Bristol. All the cautions, it's just everybody's fighting for position. You know, every single square inch of track is so hard to get any room on this track. And, you know, cold tires, restarts, it was just, you know, that's how Bristol is.
Well, you still had a decent race up until the end. You ended up in 13th, but you were in the top 10 most of the night. That's got to feel good. One of your better runs.
Yeah, Kevin Martin and I were doing pretty good weaving through all the traffic. So thanks. I'll let you guys talk to the winners. I'm going to listen. So yeah, thanks for doing what you do, Doug.
All right, man. All right, Brian, are you with us?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Hey, so, yeah, you extended your points lead again. Congratulations on the win.
Yeah, I appreciate it. You know, a little luck goes a long ways. When that happened between Tyler and Jim Bob, you know, I was just in the right place at the right time and avoided a wreck. Tyler just, you know, he got loose on the bottom and slid up into Jim Bob. Nothing intentional there, but good hard racing and good race between me and Jim Cook there at the end. But it was awesome night. You know, always fun to run Bristol.
Yeah, that it is. And I noticed a little bit late in the game that Mason Neal and Brian Burkhart, neither of them started tonight. Dwayne Kenner managed to, he ended up in 5th. So you are really going to extend your points lead here tonight. Even though DJ is going to move up a couple of spots, your points lead will get extremely wide. And with 3 races left to go, it might be impossible to beat you.
I don't know. We still got 3 races left, and 8 of the 10 races count. So we got 2 drop races. I'm actually going to miss a race on July the 8th or whatever the Wednesday is after July 5th. So I'll be out of that race. But yeah, it was a good night. I appreciate what you do, Doug. I appreciate Brian putting it on, and all the guys for coming out. It was a good race, and to my sponsor, Combs Family Museum. If you're ever up in the Shelby, North Carolina area, go visit Combs Family Museum. You won't regret it. Some of the best NASCAR historical stuff you'll ever see.
Yeah, it is. I have looked them up, and if I'm ever there, you can bet I'll be there, bud.
Yes, sir. Phil's a good friend of mine. He does a great job with that. But like I say, I appreciate what you do, Doug.
All right, thank you. And Jim Cook, a second place finish tonight. Not exactly a bad night, all things considered.
Oh, it was really good for points. I got to qualify well tonight so I could stay up front and stay out of the wrecks. Just didn't have enough for the 11 at the end. I didn't have enough tire to make her stick up top to get around them. That was definitely where the momentum was.
Yeah, it seemed like that. You were one of the top cars. A lot of the top guys, had struggles on restarts. We were watching everybody closely, especially with all the restarts on old tires, but you were one of the ones that managed to not only have clean restarts on every time, but there were several times where you got one heck of a launch on the restart.
Yeah, I got lucky there, and a couple guys had a little tire spin in front of me, and I got to take advantage of that.
Well, that was definitely an awesome, and like you said, a great points night for you. Doing some quick math, I know you're going to pick up at least a couple of spots here tonight, so congratulations, bud.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'd like to be in the top 5, so just keep on the momentum rolling here, and don't forget to grab yourself a nice cold PBR.
I'll grab something else ice cold. I'm not a fan of PBR these days.
10-4, buddy.
All right, well, thank you guys. Great racing here tonight, and congratulations to everybody. All right, that was our top finishers, and it is time, ladies and gentlemen. Stick around for just a couple of minutes. We are going to be back here in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. Hit the share button, and we're going to have some dirt track racing for y'all from Lernerville in the Pro Late models. That's going to be a bit crazy, I am sure, and it is short track racing night, so let's go have some fun on the dirt.